Hello everybody, good morning. It's a wonderful day. As you can see, sun outside, and I decided to take myself off to Ashton Under Lyne. Now, I've not been there previously, and I'm not going just simply because it happens to be the hometown constituency of a certain recently retired Deputy Prime Minister. So there's going to be no barbs against Miss Rayner whatsoever. I may just glance in an estate agency window and see, in certain streets if prices are pretty well much the same for every house. But no barbed comments about Miss Rayner. So what we'll do is we'll enjoy the journey and we'll see you on the other side. Well, as you can see, we've arrived. Not one to particularly knock the rail system, but not the most architecturally inspiring station entrances I've seen in all the towns I've visited. But anyway, listen, let's not worry about that. Come on, let's go. Well, that's a great shame, dating from 1877. Don't know if you can see the date there. But in a glorious state of disrepair. However, across the road from it, we have the quite handsome-looking Prince of Orange pub. And needless to say, one of the attractions to Ashton Under Lyne. Goodness me, Tameside College is somewhat imposing. Healthily in partnership with one of the local, well-known big employers. And there's the college, courtyard thereof, and then attached to it, we've got, keeping in Leviathan style, part of the council offices buildings, the new ones. Interesting silhouettes on the building. And some nice graffiti. They must produce some great artists here on the surrounding boards. A caricature of me with my knapsack on. This seems to be part of the old council offices, or whether they bring them back into use, I don't know. And while there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes, well, I say a lot, can't hear a thing. I hardly think they're going to dispense with this wonderful building. And a very speedy twist round. When I say work, I do mean work. This is the central, I suppose you might say, plaza. And great renovation works going on. It seems this is the timeline for the plan. Spring 26. Well, I suppose local residents will believe that when they see it. And then here we have opposite the works is the Ashton Market Hall. We'll go and have the usual nosy to see exactly what sort of life is within. Well, I know a market is a market is a market, but this is quite impressive. First impressions counting, you can't make a second impression. Rarity in modern times, a butcher's, a real butcher's that is. It is early morning, but plenty of stalls, which is nice to see, and quite a busy market area. First week in September, well, what can I say? If the supermarkets are at it, and they have been for the last 5 or 6 weeks, why shouldn't private enterprise have a go? And before we leave, it's hosiery, fashion, and home accessories land here. Well, plenty for everyone. Right, onwards and forwards, out into the sunshine we go. The renovation work in front of the old town hall is Market Square, and aptly in front of the market, look at this for lovely colour. We've got an outdoor markety thing going on. Nice bit of life in the town centre with a market. Can't beat a good market. And there's even a stall for those who might want a traction engine or spare part for their Boeing 737 engine. And bikes galore. Goodness me, it's one of the biggest town centre markets I've seen in a long time. Plenty of stalls. Just take a sneak peek from behind the greenery here. And a lovely local lady said I had to go and see John the Pieman, and here he is, in all his glory, selling his pies. And we've got Cozy Carol. Ooh, her missus. I believe she's a lovely lady. She's beside Sully, who's going big time on his digital and smoky stuff. And then we approach the traditional part of the town here, We'll have a quick look down and see what we can see. Well, obviously we'll see what we can see, because I'm going to use my eyes by the camera. A little lock memorial surrounding the tree. And then one of the older, well, I won't say older, but the pedestrianized areas, which will have a little bit of a further investigation, shall we? Quite a, I won't say big, but a substantial town centre. Sadly, I've not seen a Spoons yet. No, hang on fans. And not seen any shop signs I can take the urine out of, but I'm sure these will be in evidence very shortly. Sadly, not quite the hive of commercialism one might hope for, but as I've said on many occasions, that's just the way town centres have gone, unfortunately. And here's somebody telling the local ticketing man, or whatever the fancy name they call him, traffic enforcement officer, where he can put his ticket. And a nice little snicket we found with lovely bunting, dating back to 1910. That just caught my eye. The Shepherd's Inn. Or as people might say, what the flock is that? Oh, there's an interesting thing on the NatWest Bank. And interesting little bit of heraldry up there. Ah, the new invisible hearing solution. In my day, they just call them eardrops. Oh, now here's something that's a bit of a shame. A little bit Art Deco-y, some sort of building. I don't know whether it was a cinema and then turned into a nightclub or something similar. Oh no, it seems to be it was a cinema, judging by the film that was on. Yes, that's a great shame. Seems to be in a disrepair state. Weeds growing out the side. Sorry about the sun, folks. And we've got some gold medal fish and chips if you fancy. This looks a little bit brutalist, a little bit the worse for wear, but it is the other end of the town. Well, there's an interesting looking building. Let's go and have a look at that in closer detail. And again, in speaking to somebody, I was just told this is the 150-year-old Union Club in Ashton. So I just thought I'd tell you, gentleman's club, and rumour has it there's a snooker table upstairs, but no chance of me getting in to have a look at that. And this used to be a cinema. It's now Pavillon Furniture. Yes, so many have just had to go that way. It's the way it is, I suppose. I promised no jokes, but there we are. I found Miss Rayner's constituency office. And opposite the Forester's Call, what have we got? Just look at this. The Higginbotham Technical School and Free Library. And what a magnificent building it is too. There seems to be some sort of Norse boat up the top there. And then some fine detail on the roof. Well, you have to have a roof, otherwise you get wet. And then as we swing round from this magnificent building, what do we see? Yes. If your Greta has a few screws loose, return her there. Oh, as I walk past, I've just spied this. Well, still, I suppose it can't be fantastic all the way around. Still a magnificent building. Oh, and just spied this now. This, it seems, is the Duke of Lancaster's Regimental Association. And I've seen 2 blue plates. Let's go and have a look. Well, the first blue plate celebrates Sergeant James Hargreaves for his leadership in Italy in 1945. And this one recognises Harry Grantham, and he's a hero from Gallipoli in 1915. Oh, and this chap reading the Daily Wire. This, sadly, is what retailers are up against. Temu have these signs available. Not that I'm advocating you shop on Temu at £3 a pop, and they're £12 here. It's nice that so many people have such a sense of civic pride, isn't it? I've just met my host for lunchtime. This is where I'm having lunch. Eat your heart out, folk. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that. And there's His Majesty looking down on me, making me feel embarrassed for enjoying myself. Goodness me, I wouldn't like to have to bring that lot in every night. They've got great faith that people aren't borrowing them without paying for them. Oh, Ladysmith. Isn't that what they used to call Umbathi, I think it is, in South Africa? And it's quite a little busy shopping precinct, to say it's not quite 12 o'clock on a Tuesday. It is Tuesday today, isn't it? Yes, I think it is. I never know what day it is. Mind you, I've never ever known what day it was, is, could be, should be. All the usual suspects are here, as expected. Yes. Oh. Body Care. Bon Marché. Erin Foods, with an H. And Save a Poundot. Just had to get that in case I don't see a sign that's misspelt somewhere. Paranoia is setting in. I've not seen a single shop with a misspelt sign over it, and neither have I seen the spoons. So hang on to your belt and braces. Hopefully we'll find something soon. Oh, Market Avenue, 1849. Unless it's that one that we've seen before a few minutes ago. Ah, we found one at last. Hoppy Days, D-A-Z-E, unless that means how the customers exit. Just on the corner of the market as I passed by. I missed that on the way through. And what have I spied? Yes, the Parish Church. Let's go and investigate. Goodness, does everybody remember having one of those at one stage? Ah, just spied this Tudor-style building, and I see a blue plate. Let's go and have a look. Oh, there we go. Brookbon PG Tips, the founder. He was born here. Just shows you. We have the Pet Man and the Pet Man's Aquarium in a very imposing building. And a very fine old fronted pub. Very nice indeed. A large Warsaw delicatessen. I bet there's not many chaps who phone home and say, "Hey love, I'm in denial." With a corner shop decidedly not on the corner. Here's one for older viewers, hot tubs. I wonder, is there a Cold Crockett's across the way? No, there's not. But again, there is the Parish Church. And some nice Victoriana spied from across the road to the Parish Church, which is behind me, with a nice looking little bit of greenery. I've been told there's a famous monument up there. I'll go and have a look later. And here we are from 1281. It's the Parish Church of St. Michael's and All Angels. Nice imposing tower. You can just see the St. George's flag flying at the top. Let's go and see if it's open and if we can get in. The ground's absolutely covered with memorial flagstones, which, as I was informed in Stockport some months ago, has many more deceased people underneath than you'd imagine. Oh, I do like a good towering steeple. And bell tower, of course. And as we come down this side, we can see the ornate main entrance. Sadly, this one is closed today, but we can't expect them to be open 24 hours a day, can we, when all's said and done? I have a little bit of guilt sort of walking on these memorial gravestones, but the only way to get from A to B, sadly. Not too sure what that is. The railings are preventing me from getting over to have a nosy. I've travelled this road many a times over the years by car, but in typical fashion, hence the reason I'm now on foot, is that that's all I've done, is just pass by and pass through. That's the back of the building I just saw a few minutes ago connected to this. I'm wondering if it might be, I'm just assuming now it might be the police station. I don't know, I'm just thinking from the tower on the top. And then behind me we've got the Albion United Reformed Church, which, no idea how to get in because I seem to have trapped myself in some sort of railing system here. No, there may be a warm welcome, but not to me today, but never mind. A nice little park area on the periphery of the town, leading up to this memorial that we're going to take a look at. just by the St. George's flag in full flow over the parish church. Oh, now this is some major memorial. And while it commemorates both wars, it seems to centre in on the First World War. And as you can see from the plate, do pause if you need to try and read it. We've got all the names on one side and on the other, and surrounding the entire monument of those who have fallen. And I must say, quite right too. A little bit of respect is no harm. And in fairness, it's nice to see a complete absence of litter. Well, apart from the odd discarded vape. I can see the postcode lottery man there trying to get into the Angel Hotel, bedecked as it is in tiles. I really don't get it. It's 21 degrees, blazing sunshine, and there's some idiot with his hood up. What is wrong with these kids? This is another way into the town centre. Some old Victorian buildings there. 1860 or 7 o'clock. Sorry, not done that joke for a few videos. And there we go, full circle. Gosh, is that the time already? 8:10. There's someone with their ducks all in a row. Sooner these people than me getting all that stuff out of the car or van every day, and if it rains they're in trouble. Now, aside from a man on the fiddle in a loading only zone, fiddle, do you get it? Look at the number plates. Look what I found across the road. Right, mission number 1 complete. It's a Wetherspoons. Isn't it strange how it's always the expensive cars that take the urine, parking where they shouldn't? I suppose it's the case of, well, what's £30 to park illegally for 3 minutes and block everything? Chicken station, I presume that's for people who are too afraid to wait at a traditional bus station. Ah, we seem to have stumbled upon the local Epicurean district, including Saltish. And I wonder, is Saltish any relation to Parish? Oh look, an estate agent. No, I said no cheap jokes about going in to see if any streets in Ashton have properties separated by £150,000. Oh, contactless. That takes the fun out of trying to beat the heck out of the table to get your balls to drop. Can I say balls to drop? No, maybe I can't. Well, it is the bowling green. And there you have it, we've come full circle. And there's the back of the council premises with the college behind it. And the old fire station. Well, I presume it's an old fire station. Oh, who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. Another sad indictment of the times, unfortunately. Very large Wilko store, no more. Oh, poet, didn't know it. Well, folks, there you have it. My little ramble around Ashton. I hope you enjoyed it. Had a nice little morning out. Things to do this afternoon, hence the reason it's just a quick visit. So thank you very much for watching. And as I always say, take care till next time.